The 17th day of the month of Tammuz. A big day. The Talmud gets into a discussion in which it lists 5 major tragedies that occurred on this day. So it's a fast day in commemoration of those. The first one of them, chronologically speaking, is that this was the day on which Moshe, coming down off the mountain, smashed the tablets. The first set of tablets. What's the big deal? Okay, these tablets were important, but we got a second set. Still, it was a bit of a setback, and it's also reminiscent of the whole incident with the golden calf and all that. There is a midrashic teaching, whether you believe it's literally true, I don't know, but there is a teaching that the first one had mystical qualities, if you will. Anything a person learned while he was looking at them, he would never forget. That's cool. Here's the thing, though. The tablets were put into the Aron, the Ark, which was kept inside in the temple, behind curtains and everything. Nobody saw it. Now, when they were transporting it in the desert, the Ark was carried around, people would see it. But once it was settled, whether it be in Shiloh or later in Jerusalem, no one ever would have seen them. Even the high priest who went into the temple, into the Kodesh, into the Kodesh Kodashim, the inner part of the temple, he wouldn't have seen them. They were inside the Aron, the Ark, chest, whatever. So what's the point? Who cares? So they had a supernatural quality. It would have been useless. Nobody would ever have had the opportunity to take advantage of it. I think there's a deeper meaning to that. Somebody explained to me once, just recently actually, that the reason, it could be argued, Moshe smashed the tablets, and that's a whole question itself, but one of the possible reasons is a person who can see the heavens cannot think in 2 or even 3 dimensions. And he made a judgment that the people were not worthy or deserving or able, possibly even, to receive something like this. The fact that the tablets were smashed, so they were replaced by a second set. So what? We ended up, net zero, really. No gain, no loss on that one. Broke even. The first set, it says, were carved by God and written by God. The second set were carved by Moshe but written by God. It was a step down, and they didn't have that supernatural ability to create perfect memory. It's a sign that we've lost something. We've lost that direct connection that we had originally had. I don't think the great tragedy is the destruction of the tablets themselves. The great tragedy is what we did to ourselves through our own errors, and how we've taken a step down, and we still have not recovered from that. Yes, we bounced back from the loss of the first tablets by getting a second set, but it wasn't the same. We're still working on it, I suppose. Maybe someday we'll reach that higher plateau from which we had so willingly descended. I think the overall lesson of the 17th of Tammuz and that very first tragedy was that this one was self-inflicted. Unlike the others, which, okay, it was a more indirect thing. Yes, the temple was destroyed because of our sins, etc., fine. So the fact that the Tamid offering was stopped indirectly was because of us. But it was caused by those who were laying siege to Jerusalem. The breach in the wall was caused by those who were laying siege. Yes, it was due to our sins, but more indirectly. This one was direct. We did something, bam, we've lost something. This particular incident, more than any of the others, brings to the fore that sometimes the ones that hurt us the most, we do it to ourselves. Think about that. Let's hope we don't ever have to have a fast like this again. Let's try to learn our lesson. All the best.